So the way you've been destroying teams, you've not just been beating them, you've been absolutely crushing them. What message does that send to the rest of the AFL?
Oh, I guess it's just at the moment we're just playing a good, exciting footy. I think at the moment that just shows the trust and the belief we've got in each other, and we've got a really even contribution. It's not the same guys every week. We're not just relying on the leaders. Everyone's playing their role at the moment, which has been great. And I guess the exciting thing is that we still got room to improve. You saw yesterday our first quarter wasn't where we wanted it to be, and it was great we were able to rectify that and build for the rest of the game.
Do you think teams, like a guy trying to chat to a beautiful woman, can get intimidated and maybe psych themselves out of coming to Adelaide Oval?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. You'd have to ask the other teams, but I heard Jack Riewoldt say before the game that it was like a coliseum, and I guess if you can build that, then another team's going to talk about it, and that's probably a good thing. But for us, it's about the process, and we are lucky that we have amazing fans. I think it was 51,000 there for a Sunday twilight, which is incredible. So we're playing an exciting brand of footy at the moment, and I think it's good they want to come and watch.
Mentally, what does that do for you then on the other side of the coin? If teams are talking about how hard it is here, what does it do for your guys?
Oh, just I guess for us, we can worry about the footy, and then they can sort of worry about coming to Adelaide. It's I think it's important just to keep focused on what you guys need to do and what we can control, and that definitely helps us.
You spoke about the belief. Quarter time, you came in yesterday, and it was a pretty even game. And
yeah.
I think you went on an 89-6 run after quarter time. Yeah. How do you flick switch like that?
I think we've got a lot of guys now. We've played a lot of footy together. I've been here for 7 years, and 3/4 of the team I've played a fair chunk with. So I think it's a belief, and I trust that we're able to turn it around mid-quarter or mid-game. And we recognised in the first quarter that our contest wasn't there in our intent, and Pikey come out and he didn't really need to say too much because the players were already aware of it. So it was up to us to, rectify that, and we were able to from the second quarter onwards.
What does it say about the strength of the team that you've currently got out there on the park? That, in the past we've come in here and we've asked questions about, Eddie and Tex, but now it's too many players to name. What does it say about the strength of the team at the moment?
It just shows you just the depth that we've got as well. We've got a lot of guys playing good SANFL footy too, and there's a lot of guys that have come in that haven't, Curly Hampton and Charlie Cameron's playing more midfield. Riley Knight before this week. These guys have come in, they've got an opportunity, and they've really grabbed it. And I think that's the good thing is now we've got a lot of depth and a lot of trust within the group.
Pike was saying in the presser last night that he was happy to see you even pop up from the midfield, a bit of link-up work at times. Did you sort of feel like you could get into the game that way?
Yeah, I guess it's over time I let the mids know that they can trust me with the ball in my hands. I guess it's a thing with ruckman, isn't it? You generally don't want them to kick or anything like that, but it's an area I've worked really hard as my spread and trying to get involved with our ball movement. It is really exciting, and the guys from halfback really set us up. With Smith and Laird and Brown and these types, so it's great to get involved and get my hands on the ball a bit.
It seemed like you were able to find plenty of space as that sort of kick behind the play. Was that something you sort of identified going into yesterday's game?
Oh, not really. I think it's always a focus going into to make sure I want to spread well with the mids. I see me being a part of that, that midfield run and all that as well. But sometimes it's just the way the game sort of unfolds. I thought we were able to, shift the angles pretty well yesterday, and it was good to be able to get my hands on a few.
Rory Stone's been installed as Brownlow favourite. How well is he playing from your perspective, and how much did you sort of benefit from playing alongside him?
He's just fantastic. I think he's a guy who, really underpins the way we want to play. He's a real leader of our footy club, and the way, like I said, he trains and plays. He's a real standout, and I don't know if he's necessarily got better. He's been doing it for a long time now, but he's starting to get the recognition, and he's fantastic for us as mids. And a lot of guys really learn a lot off him, and I'm really enjoying working with him with a sort of ruck mid connection.
How are you feeling personally, Sauce? A reasonably good day yesterday. Your form's as good as it's been in recent years. You comment on that? Yeah,
I am. I'm feeling really good. I guess it starts during pre-season. You want to try and do as many sessions as you can and all that sort of stuff to get that fitness base. And I guess that's where you get the confidence from early in the year. We got a really good, strong ruck group now with Riley O'Brien and Paul Hunter, who they really push me. Every training session, all that. So I think we've got a really good group there. We're getting the most out of each other, and I think it's definitely helped my game. So it's really good at the moment. And the body's pretty good.
Have the words "calm down" come down from the top yet? Like calm down, we're only 6 games into the season?
Oh, we don't even talk about that sort of stuff. And you know, the realistic thing is we are 6 games in, we're playing good footy, but like I said before, we still got things we can work on. You know, we had a pretty 4-quarter performance against the Gold Coast last week, but you know, this week we didn't start the game as well as we wanted, and we weren't winning at the contest. So you know, while we've got things to work on, we'll keep working on them.
That sort of level-headedness that the group seems to have, and the ability to sort of talk itself back from a bad first quarter, does that come from the last couple of seasons having lost a couple of semi-finals and had really strong seasons, but then obviously the season's fizzled out before getting to where you want to get to? Yeah,
we've got a real hungry playing group at the moment. We're really driven in where we want to get to, and I guess we are pretty mature in that sense that we understand where the season's at the moment. You know, it's just another step into where we want to go. You know, the first thing is you want to make sure you can qualify for the finals and that. So each week's another opportunity to take a step to do that. So, but you know, as a playing group, we're really focused on where we want to go, and we're looking to improve every week.
How did you see JJ's game yesterday? Obviously, a couple of weeks out, he came in and, from an outsider's point of view, like he was a tiny bit tentative. Would that be a fair assessment? Or?
Yeah, I guess you guys probably saw. I didn't, see too much up close, but from my point of view, he competed really well. It's always going to be a bit tricky, I guess, when you come in from an injury like that. You almost want to get hit there early just to sort of test it out and to get the confidence. So he'll be better for it. But we see he's a massive part of our forward line, and it was really great to have him back. And hopefully now, I think he kicked 4 or 5 goals in each JLT game. So he's in really good form before he got injured. So hopefully he can get back to that and this week.
A few teams go through seasons only dropping so many games. I think it's maybe Geelong, Collingwood, St Kilda in the recent era have gone through like losing 1 or 2 for the season. Is that a carrot for you guys?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. We just, like I said before, we'll just keep focusing on each week and just look to make sure we qualify for the finals and things like that, and keep trying to get the wins on the board. So for us, it's a week-to-week proposition. And like I said before, while we've still got really important things we can improve on, we've got to rectify that. As the competition's so even now that you've seen the Kangaroos. They won their first game of the weekend, but they've been in every game so far. So that'll be a tough challenge. They play well down in Tassie, so we'll look forward to. We'll obviously review this game and look to get better next week.
You enjoy your American sports. I mean, you're a Warriors man. I mean, they go through the season and break the record for wins in the season. In footy, does it get talked about at all? It'd be great to go through dropping 1 or dropping none.
No, I don't think so. I guess it's probably more for you guys to speak about than that. But I do enjoy that, and I think it's probably Warriors are probably a bit better set up this year for a shot at the title.
Hey, Sauce, do you know if Rolly Knight's chance to play this week?
As far as I know, yeah, I think he should be all right. I'm not too sure of the extent of his injury, but I think Riley, he's spent a bit of time in rehab in the past. I think he's got a really good feel now for his body, so I think he made a pretty, smart decision against the Gold Coast to make sure he looked after it, and hopefully he's back in the calculations, because he's a guy who's, hopefully he can get a bit of continuity going, because he's been fantastic in the team and he brings us a lot. And
Sloaney was sweet when he came in this morning?
Yeah, Sloaney just got a bit of a knock, so he'll be fine. I don't think he likes missing too many games, so he'll be fine.
Does premiership favouritism matter?
Nah, it's once again, we're at round 6 of the season. I think we've got to keep it in perspective. There's a long way to go yet. We've just got to make sure that we keep improving every week and keep trying to get the wins on the board.
What's the downfall of acknowledging that?
I think you just start to look too far into the future. I think if you start taking the eye off the ball, then you're not worrying about what you're doing now. You got to live in the moment and keep trying to. And like I said, we keep trying to improve every week. We've got areas we need to improve on. Like I said, we'll have a look at that in the review, and we'll keep looking to improve.
It must be hard to put your fingers in your ears though and ignore the fact that you are beating sides by 80, 90, 100 points.
It's obviously enjoyable to have that trust and belief within the playing group, and I guess keep having these wins, as it's been a lot of hard work, and as I said, we've got a group of guys who have played a lot of footy together. We haven't had the success we wanted. Now we've got an opportunity to do that, but we're going to look no further than each week to make sure we put ourselves in a position to do it.
We expect more running bounces.
It was good to have one, wasn't it? I think it was the 4th or 5th of my career, so yeah, it's good.
Thank you, guys.